Hey there, we're back. It's G3. I want to get the yogurt and sour cream and show you what it looks like. You can see, if you can see down in there. I'm not sure if you can or not. Let me turn the camera around. Give me just a second. Let me turn it around. Sorry, I am doing my own camera. I can't get my camera turned around. So let me see if I can get this down in there where you can see it. Can you see that? That's the water that's drained out of the sour cream and the yogurt. And then we are working on the cucumbers. And you can see those, as that is. Let's see if I can get a bit of this better. Yeah, and then this is all of the liquid that's come out. See, that's all the liquid. A lot, good bit. So we'll continue to check on these and drain them. It's been about 2 hours now for the cucumbers, and as you can see, they're getting about ready to be where they could be mixed. We have about 2 more hours on the yogurt and sour cream. So once that finishes, I'm going to come back and we're going to do the rest of the prep, and we'll get ready to do the griddling. Okay? See you soon. Oh, and it's G3. We're back now to go over some of the other groceries that are involved in this cook. Get the tzatziki sauce made, because you need 1 hour of all the ingredients mixed together and put in the refrigerator so they have a chance to marinate together before you get ready to take it to the griddle or to cook. Get your meat ready in your Smart Pockets or gyro bread or whatever you wanted. I actually got these because they were a little bit healthier. They have a pockets, a little bit less messy, and more portion control, because I am trying to lose a little bit of weight. The other ingredients we're going to be using are going to be Mediterranean salt. It's just a great value brand. Dill wheat, which is also great value. A little garlic powder, great value. I just don't see a big difference in a name brand versus great value in things like dill wheat and garlic and in some seasons. I'm using a light tasting olive oil we'll be using. I'm going to use the squeezer to squeeze the lemon juice that we'll need, and probably we'll only need 1 of these lemons. And then, of course, got my measuring cups and things out. So we'll start first with taking a look at the cucumbers. Because the cucumbers, what we're also going to do, and there they are, and this is again, the fluid or the water that's come off of those. So now what we're going to do is you're going to take another one of those coffee filters, and I'm going to double and maybe even triple it up a little bit. Bear with me just a moment while I try to get these out, because coffee filters can be a booger to get out. So I've got about 3 of those. And so I'm going to grab this now and get all of my cucumbers up in it. And then we're going to squeeze it out really good to get the last bit of water out. Because again, we just don't want, and you can hear it and see it right there. You see all that? And that's what we want to get rid of, because that will surface tomorrow or in that when you go to use it again. And it makes it real liquidy. And it doesn't give moisture to the uncreaminess to the tzatziki sauce. So let me finish getting this together, because you don't need to watch me go through straining it. So I'll do that, and we'll be right back to start the prep for the remainder. Thank you, I'm back. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we've gotten the yogurt, and you can see some of the water down in there that drained off of this. What I'm going to do is put this into a clean bowl, and we're going to begin to mix our other ingredients with it. So we'll take this and scoop it out of here. It's going to be a lot creamier now. Should actually, oops, see, very easily. Came right out of there. Let's see, whoops. Trying to scrape all my goodie off so I can get it down in there. And I can do this like that. And even like that. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is squeeze our lemon juice. So I'm going to take a knife and we'll cut that lemon in half. And then we will put that in with the yogurt. We have to have 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And so we should get most of that out of one of these. I think the last time I made it, I may have had to go into a second lemon to get the tablespoonful. So we'll see how it goes with this one. Because this was probably the bigger one of the two. That may do it. Let's see. We'll try it out. It's a tablespoon. We've got our tablespoon here. So we'll pour this into the tablespoon. Actually, it's perfect with just a little to spare. So we don't need that. We'll just pour that out. Should be the last we need of this. All right. Now, let me clean up my mess a little bit. I like to clean as I go. Do you guys like to clean as you go? I do. I love it. I don't like to have to get finished with what I'm cooking and start cleaning up. I like to be able to sit down and enjoy the meal. So, next thing we're going to put in here is going to be a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're using, I think I'm going to use just regular salt. I've never used the Mediterranean in the actual preparation. I use it to dry out the cucumber because it's great for doing that and drawing the water out. So I've made a 1/4 teaspoon of salt in that. And I love salt, so I may end up salting it a little more because once I get it made, I'll actually add or take away anything that I would like to have more of or less of. Okay, so then we've got the lemon juice. Now we need 1/2 of a tablespoon of oil. And it calls for olive oil. I happen to have light tasting olive oil that I'm going to be using. So, and it's brand new, so we've got to open this. All right, then we'll level this off and pour us one good level of 1/2 tablespoon. 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil. And we'll find that lid, put that back on there. Alrighty, and the next ingredient in this is a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. And I'm not a big fan of garlic, and it can get real loud real fast on me. So, and really, it's not that I don't like the taste as much as it is that my tummy. So, based on what you can tolerate or what you like, I'm just going to put a heaping 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic. And I can add to that once we're finished, but you can't take it away. The recipe calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic. I went with a 1/4, and we'll see how it tastes, and we can add a dash here and there, but we can't take it away. And it calls for 1 teaspoon of dill. 1 teaspoon of dill. So we'll open that up. Oops, it won't fit in, so we're going to tap this into the 1 teaspoon. Alrighty, we'll dump that in it. Alrighty. And then it calls for a pinch of black pepper. Just a pinch of black pepper. So I'll just give it a 1, 2, 3. That's a pinch in my book. I'm not, again, a big fan of black pepper like that. So let's see what else we need. We've got a whole cup of Greek yogurt in here, a 1/4 cup of sour cream. We've not put the cucumber in yet. We're not going to do that yet. We've put a 1/4 cup of, a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, a tablespoon of lemon juice, a 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil, a 1/2 teaspoon garlic, 1 teaspoon of dill, and 3 shakes of pepper. Now what we want to do is we want to mix this up really good, because then the next thing we're going to do is add the cucumber in. Once we get this mixed all thoroughly together, then we'll mix the cucumber in. So we're just going to mix this up really good. I hope you're looking forward to this cook as much as I am. I have been waiting to fix this for probably a couple of weeks, and it just seemed like things were going so busy that I just never had the time to get in the kitchen and spend the time, get in here early enough to make this. And I really didn't get in here as early as I would have liked to today. But I think that's all good. I'm going to give it a taste. Perfect. That's perfect for me. The garlic is enough. The salt and pepper is enough. It's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready to add the cucumbers in. When I add the cucumbers in, we want this to all marry until, for an hour, until we get ready to cook. So it's about 4:15, 4:20 now. So we'll cook, and this won't be used probably until after 5:30. So I'm adding the cucumbers. There go the cucumbers. This doesn't make a tremendous amount, but it makes enough, you know, even if you have your family eating, that there will be plenty. There will be leftover for me because my son's away at college. He goes to UTC. He was on a scholarship to play football, and he's now decided, since COVID and everything, that he's going to be a part of a fraternity, sorry, and that he just wants to study and worry about his schooling and just get out of there. So I'm proud of him for that. That is what I consider his first real adult decision. So let's see. Let's taste it. Perfect. Tastes wonderful. Now I'm going to put a lid on it. I'll put it back in the refrigerator. And when I get ready to go out to the griddle to begin the grill the lamb, and let me show you the lamb. Give me just a minute. Let me pull it out and show it to you. I got it at Trader Joe's, as I talked about earlier. And this is what it looks like. And it's going to come in, let me open it up and let you see real quick how it, see, just slices of lamb that we'll take and grill. We won't even need to put seasoning on it. Just a little oil on the grill, and cook it, get it hot, and heat up our Smart Pockets that we're using. You can use the gyro bread if you want to, or the gyro, the gyro, or the gyro. So anyhow, when I get ready to cook, I'll come back and we'll take you out to the griddle with us, and we'll put it all together, and then we'll tell you what we think of it. We've had the tzatziki sauce before, and I've used different types of meat. This is the first time I was able to actually get some lamb to use. So I'm really excited to try this, and I'm going to give my honest opinion to you of whether I think this is worth you wasting your money on. This is definitely worth doing. This is what it looks like now. It's real creamy, and it's going to stay fairly creamy because we've done away with a lot of the water. Again, when we get ready to go to the griddle, I'll come back and get you guys, and we'll go out there. Thank you. Hey, we're back, and to give you a review of the Pita Pocket Gyro. It was 5-star, 6-star. It was fantastic. What we did at first, when we first made the first one, we folded them over and put 3 strips in there. And then we put the tzatziki sauce and crumbled the feta cheese in it. And because I didn't put any of the sauce down below when I was kind of biting it sideways like a taco, down at the bottom there wasn't sauce. So you do need to put a little sauce in the bottom, the middle, and the top, so you have sauce going all the way through, depending on how you eat it. Also, when we made the third one that we had that we split, what we did was we cut the little strip into 2 pieces so that we could kind of stagger it, putting it in there, and help fill it up and put the tzatziki sauce and the feta. And it is delicious. I told you that I would talk to you about the lamb meat that we got from Trader Joe's. I want to call that Trader Bay's. Trader Joe's. It is 5-star. It tastes like lamb that you get at any Mediterranean restaurant. Same seasonings, the same texture, was delicious. It was so good. I'm just sorry we didn't have the tomatoes, but if I were you, I would get a tomato. Make sure you have a tomato to go with it. Get some feta. It's worth paying the money to get the feta to go with it. And yeah, it was really good. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you'll try it. If you try it, I hope that you'll post or come comment and let me know that you've tried it and what you think about it. But I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a really quick cook. It didn't take 5 minutes to brown it. If you have a bacon press, I'd use the bacon press because that helps keep it flat and got it really nice crisp edges around it. It was really good. And then warm your gyro bread or your pita bread or your pockets like I had. But the pockets, I highly recommend those. Those pockets were delicious. They're not quite as thick. They're a little less bread. And so for me, trying to lose weight, that was, kind of what I felt like was what was better for us. You can control how much you put in it because you can't overfill it. So yeah, those were really, really good though. Warmed up, put them in there. It was really thin on the inside, and very good, crisp, good, soft. So I would say try it and let me know what you think. I'm just rambling at this point. I guess it's just about time for me to close up shop, as I call it. And I hope that you guys will like and subscribe to my channel and share it with other people. Again, I'm trying to do different recipes that not everybody's doing, trying different things, just like the lamb from Trader Joe's. I go to different places and get different condiments, different meats, seasonings, different things to try to bring to you things that you don't see on every other channel. So if you would share, if you like it. I mean, I don't go into this grand editing of the videos. I don't have the humor. I'm just a simple Southern Georgia girl who loves her griddle and loves griddling on it, loves cooking, loves to share her recipes. So let's build this channel and share all these recipes that people can try and give me your input and give me your take on it. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. And I'll see you on the next recipe. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, it's G3, Georgia Girl Griddling. I wanted to come in at the end of this video and just say that I somehow managed to begin videoing during my cleanup, and I must have thought that I had clicked video for my prep and for my griddle time, but I missed it. I don't want to overlook this video and not put it out because it was the first time to ever use the lamb meat from Trader Joe's, and it was phenomenal. It's worth purchasing and making a trip to your closest Trader Joe's to get some. As a matter of fact, this weekend I'm going to get some, and I'm going to I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep the camera still. And I'm going to buy bulk of it, and I'm going to put it in my deep freeze in the garage so that I have some, because it's really that good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of talk you through the initial prep that I missed on the front end, and then the griddle time. So the first thing I started with was I got the sour cream and the yogurt, plain yogurt. And those got mixed together real good and then put into a coffee filter in a fine mesh strainer. And as you saw in the bowl at the beginning, if you need to go back and look, the fine mesh strainer sits on a bowl where the bottom of the mesh strainer doesn't touch the bottom of the bowl. That way it leaves it room to drain. And you can see in the front part of the video how much water drained off of that. And the cucumber, what you do is you cut it open lengthwise, down the length of the cucumber, not sideways, but lengthwise. You cut that open and you cut out the seeds, or not cut out, but scrape out with a spoon the seeds, all of them. And then with the peeling on, leave the peeling on, shred on a grater the cucumber. It'll shred right off of the peeling. That way you won't need to peel. That saves a step and time. Once you have that shredded, you take that and put into a strainer over the top of a bowl that doesn't touch the bottom, and you sprinkle salt all over it and mix that up good. That salt helps draw that water out. And then hanging over the strainer in the bowl, it will drain. You saw the way it was at the beginning of the video. And from there, my videoing began, which was at the point when my sauces were ready to marry together and us to add in the rest of the ingredients. Then, where I didn't get videoed either was at the griddle, which we're here for griddle recipes. Come on. And I didn't even get the video of that. But I'll tell you what happened, because it was really quick. Really was. The griddling, we went out to the griddle. We took our pita pockets and we took the meat. And I put just a tiny bit of oil down, just enough to make a shine on the grill. That was it. And I laid down the strips. It was kind of like bacon. It was in bacon strips, but they were a little bit wider, about that wide and about that long. And we laid them down, and I salted them on one side, and I used my bacon press to press it down and to give it a good contact with surface, because it was kind of like bacon. It wanted to kind of bow up just a little bit, didn't curl up on the end, just kind of a bowed up the middle. So I put that bacon press on it, and it kept all of them pressed down against the griddle to get a good contact surface, to get good crispy on there. I cooked it probably about 2.5 minutes on one side, and you'll tell it starts getting a little brown and a little crispy on the edges. And then I flipped it, and another probably 2.5, 3 minutes on the other side. While the second side was cooking, I also seasoned that side with a little salt. That's all. You don't need to use a lot of salt, just a little bit. And it's got all the other seasonings. You don't need any. I laid down the pita pockets when I turned it. And then when it was ready to pull, I laid a paper towel on a plate, and I laid the pieces of lamb down so that the little bit of, because it has a kind of a little bit of a grease that comes, not grease really, but a little water, oil, some type of a content that comes out of it. But I wanted to make sure it was didn't get transferred into the pita pocket. So I put it on paper towels, and I put another paper towel on top. And then I put the pita bread on top of that paper towel to transport in. That way everything stayed warm. We then prepared those. As I've mentioned in the end, I talk about, we put the sauce inside the pita pocket down at the bottom, put a little in the middle, and put a little on the top. And we put some feta cheese in there. And that was it. I didn't have any tomatoes. I'd run out. So I'm going to put this at the end of the video so that you guys who are interested enough will know what else we did on this cook and how good it was. Because it was really one that needed to be shared, because it's a very good shortcut to cooking a whole lamb. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, learned something with the sauce. And I hope your sauce and your gyro is as wonderful as mine was. Thank you guys for watching. If you'll please like, subscribe, and share my channel, I will greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.